Hey guys, and welcome to the video. So today I would like to go over 3 benefits of solving your binge eating and emotional eating problem, other than of course the weight loss you get with that. So first of all, how do we actually classify binge eating? What is binge eating? So whatever label you like to give it, so be it emotional eating, binge eating, mindless eating, uncontrollable eating, urges, cravings, all those things I like to term as the same. So it's basically uncontrollable eating, eating that goes against your logical thought. So you may think in your head, I'm going to eat this way, and then at some point in the day, that devil comes out on the shoulder and starts whispering in your ear, and you get these urges and these cravings, and the only way you know how to get rid of them is to give in. And so you end up giving in, and sometimes giving in several times, and it goes against your logical thought, and you often feel guilty as well after, because again, it wasn't something you planned to do and you didn't really feel like you had much control over it. So that's what I classify as binge eating, emotional eating, all those terms, all those different labels, and however you like to term it, that's what applies to you. So the problem with urges and cravings and binge eating and emotional eating, other than of course the weight gain that you get when you're eating more than you need, is the problem it gives you in your mind. So when you're thinking about food all day, when you're planning food all day, when you've got those urges and cravings, it creates stress, it creates tension, it creates not a very nice feeling in your head, because you're always focused on food other than being focused on the rest of your life, and you're missing out on things because your thoughts are not always where they should be. So whether it's with your partner, with your friends, with your family, or anyone else, there's always this thing in the back of your mind, or even in the front of your mind, of how am I going to deal with this situation, how am I going to deal with food, what am I going to eat in X, Y, and Z situation. And this is consuming, this consumes your thoughts, and it's unnecessary consumption of your thoughts, right? Because that space could be taken by something else, something great, something you want to be doing, rather than this worry and this extra stress from basically the possibility of doing something that is against what you actually want to do, okay? And of course this is not good, right? Because we have enough to deal with in our everyday lives, and having this extra pressure of thinking about food all the time and worrying about food all the time takes energy away from thinking about other things, whether it is your job or your relationship or whatever else you're trying to achieve in your life. So the first thing to understand is that binge eating or emotional eating is something that we do. It's an action that we carry out. It's not something that we have, it's something that we do. And that in itself, knowing that, is empowering, because we can change our actions. So that's a light at the end of the tunnel for a lot of people. It's not a problem with you, it's just one of your actions that's currently not helping you or serving you. The biggest problem with solving emotional and binge eating is that people don't understand how it works, and they tackle it from a logical perspective, so from the conscious part of your mind. However, emotional eating is a habit, and it comes from your unconscious mind. Your unconscious mind works with emotions, it works with patterns, and it works with repetition. And so tackling it from that perspective is the way that we solve it. And this is something I work on with my clients. I'm very proud of that we get great results with. But a lot of people are just trying to use their logic and thinking to get rid of their emotional eating. So what they do is they say, oh, I'm not going to eat this, and I'm not going to eat this. And this is, again, the conscious mind. And it's very tiring to do this. And it doesn't work because, as I said, the unconscious mind doesn't work with logic and language. It works with habits, repetition, and patterns. So we have to understand it from that perspective. And like I said, when I work with my clients, we work on training that out of them. And once you do that, you become so empowered because your thoughts are congruent. So when you think about eating something, you eat that, and you don't get pulled off in another direction by that devil that comes out on your shoulder. So it's a very important part of weight loss. However, as I said, I'm going to go into 3 benefits of getting rid of this emotional eating and binge eating that you may not have considered yet. But before I do that, let me know down in the comments, do you suffer with emotional eating? Do you have emotional eating problems? Do you do emotional eating? Do you have cravings? Do you have urges? Let me know in the comments, and how does that affect you? So benefit number one of solving your binge eating and emotional eating issues is that when you do have something that you truly enjoy it because you're eating it guilt-free, and you know you have control over it and you can really savor and enjoy it. So in the past, when you would have been picking and snacking at food that, yes, you would have liked, but it was kind of linked to being guilty afterwards, or you're not really paying attention to it because it's kind of picking and snacking and mindless eating. When you get rid of binge eating and emotional eating, you can choose to have what you want, be in control over it, and like I said, really, really savor and enjoy it in reasonable amounts that you enjoy, and be happy about it. So that is benefit number one. Benefit number two is that you save money. You're just not spending so much money on junk food, and also you can buy multi-packs of products knowing in yourself that you have control over the food you eat. And so when you open the product or the packet or whatever it is, you know that you're not going to uncontrollably eat everything, and you can safely and freely have one or two or whatever amount you want and put the rest away, not having those urges and cravings, and knowing it's there, like calling your name. And so this will save you money as well. And this is total food freedom, and it empowers you to have control over your life, and it makes you feel so good that you can make choices and again be congruent with those choices and feel free that your thoughts, you have control over those thoughts. Okay, so that's number two. So benefit number three is that your mind is freer. So your mind is completely free of these obsessive thoughts about food. The worry, the planning, continual planning, the thinking about what I'm going to have in this situation, or what will happen if this happens in this situation. And this frees up your mind. It takes away the stress around food, and it helps you, number one, enjoy the food when you do eat it, but also enjoy the rest of your life more, because there's more space in your mind, more space to think, more space to be present in the moment, more space to be happy, more space to enjoy your friends, your family, your partner, more space to think and reach other goals, more space just to do whatever you want with your mind without having those obsessive thoughts or having the worry around food pop up in your mind all the time. And also less guilt as well. So when you do eat the food that you enjoy, you're not feeling guilty afterwards because you've chosen to eat it, and it's completely in line with what you want to do. And there's not that urge and craving that made you eat it, and the devil that came out and kind of forced you to have it. You've chosen, you've gone along with your thoughts, and you're happy with that, and you've enjoyed the food. So that is number three. So those are three benefits of getting rid of emotional and binge eating. And I have something very special for you today, guys. So down in the comments below, or down in the description below, I have posted a link to a free webinar that I am doing. So if you would like to know or learn more about how to solve emotional eating and how to solve binge eating and get that, or get those benefits, free up your mind and have all the benefits of the weight loss that goes along with emotional eating, freedom from it, click in the description on the link that I post, register your place and turn up to watch the webinar. It'll have the full date and time of when it's going to be happening. You can choose. And so take action, and if you have a problem with this is your chance to learn more about it. And as always, guys, comment down below. Do you have any issues around this? Ask questions. I'm here to help. And subscribe if you haven't as well. I'm always here, posting videos every week. So until next time, I will see you then.